On the surface, it looks like I'm doing quite well this Deadman. I got to bracket 5 in under 24 hours. I've made hundreds of millions of GP. I've got high combat stats and some of the best sigils in the game. However, all of my plans have been destroyed. Jagex have removed sigils from SM minings, which was making me most of my money. God Wars Dungeon is no longer safe. And the guy that was going to duo next with me has disappeared. Been AFK as usual while I edited the last video, and that is almost 94 magic. Need to get some stats up for quests this week, and I'm also going to try a few new things out to get sigils. This oak tree is only 3 or 4 steps away from the safe zone, but because it's in a dangerous area, you can get sigils from it. Bolts are so expensive in this game mode, so I've just got myself 55 Slayer so I can use Broad Bolts, a much cheaper option. If it all goes wrong, this will be my emergency spot where you can essentially come down here, grab a neck, because there's one that spawns here anyway, and you can fish here, and you'll get a sigil about every 50 minutes. Just unlocking Barbarian Fishing because it's faster and it gives you strength XP, so if I'm going to do any fishing to get sigils, this will be much better to do, but it's very far from a safe zone. This is the other place I'm thinking about getting sigils from. Here you can make the Icy Basalt and make quite a bit of money from that alone. Plus I get a good chance at sigils, so I think this is quite a good spot too. Just getting my construction up so I can move my house. Now my house is in Pollen of Leech, I can now use it to teleport and do a lot of the desert quests. First quest is the Taurus Trap. Now the plan is to eventually unlock a boss that it's much harder for Pkers to try and kill you at, and it still has really expensive drops. I'm going to put the reward into smithing and probably fletching. They're two of my lowest skills at the moment, and that's going to boost me up 20 or 30 levels. Last quest needed, and that's all the requirements for me to do Desert Treasure 1. Look at all the items you need for this quest. If a PK gets on me, I'm just dead. A PK camp on the altar, not what I wanted to see. Desert Treasure complete. Right, let's get the hell out of here before he comes back. Doing that questline has unlocked one of my favourite spots. It's almost impossible to PK someone here. Single combat, and as soon as you walk through the gate, you get jumped on by the trolls, so you can't attack anything else. Almost 1.2 mil an hour AFK, that's not bad. First sigil, Sigil of Prosperity. This is the thing about not going the Warriors Guild and training here instead. Getting sigils worth a lot of money. Nice little 4.6 mil. With that money, I think I'm going to upgrade to an Abyssal Whip. Now the downside is you can't train strength, but I think it's still worth it. That's gone up to 1.5 million XP per hour. That is a big jump. You see the odd person here, but this is part of a quest. So most people are just coming in, they kill 5 and then they leave. Titanium, that's one of the best you can get. About 8 mil I think it is now. Sold that sigil for 8.5 million, filled my safety deposit box, which I use as like an emergency funding. So if I die and take a few things out, sell them and get another gear set up. And I'm going to sell off my money because I want to go and get a few upgrades. Move my house to Relica, and now I can do some quests in this area, and I teleport in about 10 tiles away from a safe zone. Don't you love sigils? Killed all versions of this without using a single piece of food. Remnant Trials completed, and it gives a nice little amount of XP to a lot of different skills as well, which is definitely helpful. Remnant Trials completed, put one of the XP lamps in attack. Going to put the other one in defense because they were just right next to a level, so we'll get a level in both of those. And I can now wear the helm of Nature's Nut. Right, that is Jad done, and we get ourselves a nice little fire cape, and hopefully no one's outside waiting. Not much of an upgrade, but for 190k, Warrior's Ring is going to give +4 to slash. That is one of the best ones you can get. 7 million GP. That's come down a bit actually. That was about 12 million at one point. I'm training my stats up, and it's just nice to make this extra money. That's another 21 million into the fund. Got 356 million now made from Deadman, plus all the sigils and stuff I've got on my account. This is going to be the last money I move over for a little while because I've been putting it off, and now it's time to do one of the longest quest chains in the entire game. Desert Treasure 2 completed. That takes an age, doesn't it? But I also get 3 lamps that I can use in different skills. And these lamps are 1.5 million XP each. And I'm going to put one in hit points. Yeah, I know. There's a master plan as to why I want to do that, which I'll come to. I'm going to put one in strength, which is going to take me to 99 strength. And then the other one in attack. And there you go, I have 99 strength, 97 attack, not far off 98, and 95 defense. Plus I'm only 54,000 hit points off 99, which is what I really need. Right, that is all the stats I'm going to need. I now have 99 hit points and combat level 123. So the master plan is the hit points cape. Now this stacks with the Sigil of Resilience, which regenerates your hit points 15 times as quickly. So that makes it 30 times faster than usual, but that also stacks with rapid heal. So essentially your hit points recover at 60 times the normal rate, which is 1 hit point every second. And that is going to mean I can stay at most bosses for a very, very long time. Boss I'd really like to do is Vardorvis, but this is the problem I've got. This is the trek I've got to go to get to him. So I really need the tablet which you add to the Ring of Shadows, which allows you to teleport right to the boss. That was a bit close, to be honest. Not too bad though, getting quite a few kills in, but no tablet yet. There it is, finally. Nice. What? I'm sure I used this last Deadman. I went to Leviathan, and I definitely teleported in. Unless I use last recall. I'm going to have to get myself a last recall Sigil, I think, and do that instead. But I don't have the money at the minute. You know you're dead when someone says hello. Oh, it's Pip. I wonder if there's like a YouTube safe word I can use. I guess not.
The code is more what you call guidelines than actual rules.
Okay, plan B. This boss is so much safer to get to. There's loads of ways to escape if there was someone here. But it takes longer to kill. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't use any supplies here. So, it might be better. That loop beam always gets me. Every time. No, I have the Duke. That's one of the parts of the Soul Reaver, which realistically I'm not going to get one of each piece from each boss, so I want Virtus to worth like 150 mil a piece. That's not bad, 300k. Still got my hopes up with that beam, as always. Frozen tablet, I'm guessing it doesn't work. Didn't work in the other one, so I've been here about 2 hours, and this is my little food piles. I've got 23 pizzas by the boss. I've got food by the tank. I've got some more at the other side as well. I'm not using any food here. In fact, I'm gaining supplies. So you can stay here for 6 hours without logging off. So I think this is just the way to go. Here's all the loot I've got from the Duke. And I'm going to sell it all off. I want to get some upgrades. And I also want to just test something out. I'm not using a trinket at the moment. So I might as well use the trinket of the undead, which summons a thralls without the need for any runes. Didn't have quite enough money for everything I wanted to get. So I've just done another run here. Got 3 sigils. And that is going to be plenty for all the upgrades I need to do for faster kills. Made about 3.5 million. I'm also been selling my Icy Basalt for 100,000 GP each, and they've been selling. I should just kill these and then mine some Icy Basalt and sell it. It's the best money in the game. There is the main upgrade that I wanted. I got my whip back. Another 100k, thank you. I had a little bit over, so I've upgraded the Verax as well, more for the prayer bonus than anything. Put everything in storage whilst I test this method. Got myself a last recall Sigil, which lets you teleport back to the last place you teleported away from. So in theory, if I teleport away from the boss now, it should be able to teleport straight back in. And I'll use a few more supplies, but it's completely safe. That's not what's meant to happen. I wonder if that's because I was in the instance and it doesn't allow that. Okay, so if I do it just outside the boss room, it should work. And you're not going to get PK'd 1 square from a boss anyway. Done it again. Done it again. How strange. So I had a little test around, and you can't teleport anywhere near Vardorvis. Essentially, it just won't let you teleport back using the last recall sigil. The closest you can get is the boat, and then there's a massive run where it's multi-combat, and it's really just a bad idea. So, back here, look at my inventory with just overloads and prayer pots, because that's all you need here. And I'm going to stay at the Duke until I get a unique. I'm going to make bank. It's going to happen. I've had terrible RNG, but it ends now. I'm going to get myself a big unique off the Duke. Here it comes. No, I don't want the pet. He's ugly. He's not even a good pet. I just want Virtus. Give me Virtus. Hopefully my luck will improve. I'll be back with another one, but I wanted to ask for your help, please. The player Carolyn, who does all the swapping, you'll probably see him in each bracket if you're playing Deadman, in bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and he's in the Still Swap FC. His main account has been banned. I think someone's tried to recover it, and now he's tried to recover it, and he can't, and this is what's happened. Like most of us when we set up our accounts a very long time ago, he doesn't remember a lot of the things he set up the account with to recover it, and apparently what he does remember is not enough to get the account back. So if someone from Jagex happens to watch this, I've been speaking to this guy for a couple of years now during all the big tournaments, so I know who owns his account, if that counts for anything, or if anyone watching knows how he can get his account back, please let me know, and I'll pass it over to him.